So in this series of learning programming in C, we are discussing 2D arrays in C. We have discussed why 2D arrays, means the reason to use 2D arrays, declaration of 2D arrays and initialization of 2D arrays. Now in this video we will talk about memory representation of 2D array, because we see what 2D array is like in a matrix form, data is stored in a matrix form, but no, actually how data is to be stored in memory, that we will discuss here, as well as how to access elements of 2D array. Both things we will discuss here with the help of example, right. First of all, we will discuss memory representation of 2D array. See, I hope you remember how to declare a 2D array. I am just taking what data type integer, name of array is A, row size 2, column size is 3, and I am initializing here only, right. And how I am initializing? Something like this, like 1, 2, and here I am initializing -1, 5. That's it. So here it means what? How we see that data is to be allocated here? Something like this. See, 2, this is row size, so 2 rows would be there, 0 and 1. 2 rows means index would be from 0. So this is row, index is 0, and row index is, for second row index is 1. And columns are 3 columns in every row, right. So this is column index, this one is column index 0, 1, 2, right. Now, and how data is to be stored? Row by row, right. So now I have used this approach now. Within these braces, separate braces, this pair of braces means it is for first row, the data is for first row, means this is first row, this is second row. Or if I write, I am writing here with, I am denoting the row with index. So this is what, please don't get confused, row 0 and this is row 1. So in row 0 data would be 1, 2, remaining column is filled automatically with 0 by default. In row 1 data is -1, 5, remaining is filled with 0. Or suppose I am writing here 4. For this I am giving all the 3 columns, data for all the 3 columns, -1, 5 and 4, right. But in memory, how data is to be represented? How in computer memory data is to be represented, this data is to be represented, because it's like in memory we cannot represent data in tabular form or matrix form, right. It's a matrix of 2 into 3. We can represent data in a linear form like this, because it's a long, you can say, tape of bytes, something like this, right. Something like this is 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte. So now how data is to be stored here? Row wise, first row, then second row. So now suppose from here data is going to be stored, right. Memory manager will allocate space from here. So suppose address of this is, I am taking 100, integer will take 4 bytes, so this byte will take 104, 108, then 112, 116, like this. I hope you can calculate this one, right. So now row wise data is to be stored. First row from here, suppose I am taking from here, so my 1, 2, 0, this is for row 0, 0th row, this one. Then 3 columns would be -1, 5 and 4. This is what? Our 1th row, or index is 1, or you can say this is first row, this is second row, right. So this is how data is to be stored in computer memory, not like this. If you have any third row, then here third row. It means what? As you can see, data is to be stored in contiguous memory location, because I have told you in 1D array also, in arrays data is to be stored in contiguous memory location. So this is what? Contiguous memory allocation, continuous, you can say, right. So I hope it is clear that how data is to be stored here. Fine. See here, this is what? Index 0 for this row index 1, right. So this is also, you can say, an array 0 and 1, and in this array one more array, this is having 3 columns and this is having 3 columns. So that is why I have told you that is 2D array is what? Array of 1D arrays, simple, right. Now how to access the elements of 2D array? For accessing we will give array name and index, but here we have 2 indexes, one for row, one for column. Suppose I am taking for row index is I and for column index is j. So you will have to provide 2 indexes, right? Now if suppose I want to access this element, this one, so for this row index is 0, for this column index is 2. So how to access? Simply you can write name of array. First would be row index, that is 0, second would be column index, that is 2. So if you want to print this value, simply you can print like printf %d and simply how to access a of 0 and 2 in a program if you want to print. So it will give you value 0. If you want to print this value, check row index is 1. So simply write a of 1 and column index is 1. A of 1 1. Simply write here a of 1 1 and this value would be printed. So this is how you can print this using these indexes, row index and column index. This is very simple, right? This is what known as row measure representation. Row measure representation, because first of all we are storing row wise we are storing data. Next one is column measure also, right? That we will discuss in next video, and in that video only I will discuss how the address is to be calculated. Like in the previous video I have discussed in 1D array how address is to be calculated, like base address plus index into size of data type, that is we have taken int. But here how this address is to be calculated, because index is what, I and j, 2 indexes we are having, right? So now see, this data is having address 112, this is having 116, 120, and this is having 100, 104, 108. So how this address is to be calculated? What is the formula? For both we will discuss, for row measure also, for column measure also. And if you want to check out my detailed video on 2D array, like memory representation, initialization, everything about 2D array, then I have previously uploaded a video that is in the playlist data structure and algorithm, right? You can go out to that playlist on my channel, data structure and algorithm, and there you will find the lecture, right? So you can watch out that video also. 1D array also, I have discussed 1D array in detailed manner there, so you can check out that video, right? So here if you write here index for this is what, for this one, index for this is 1, what, like here I am writing a of 0 0, for this a of 0 1, a of 0 2, like this. For minus 1 a of 1 0, for this a of 1 1, and for this a of 1 and 2. So now in the next video we will discuss the remaining part of this, right? And also we will see a program using scanf, how to initialize 2D array, and as well as how to print 2D array with for loops properly. I will show you the program on my laptop also. So now I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.